Hi, I'm Sonia Sloan.
Hello, I'm Gil Sloan.
We're here today as residents of this district to voice our very strong support for Ray Siegfried as our candidate for state representative. Gil and I have been involved in politics for heaven knows how long, 70-some years, I think. My father served in 1936 as a Democratic representative in the state legislature. I had a grandmother who marched with the suffragettes, so I grew up caring and being concerned. One of my big concerns now is the issue of women's reproductive choice, which I believe constantly is being threatened. And with this court and this government in D.C., it's going to be ever more critical that we have state representatives who represent a pro-choice view, so that when there are attempts to picket Roe v. Wade and to, or if it's outlawed, we need somebody in the state House of Representatives who will support women's choice. And the other big issue for women is the ERA, which is up for its final and second vote this next semester. I would just say one thing: whenever I've given talks about women's issues, I've tried to make it clear that women's issues are not just women's, they're men's and the whole community. So we hope that you will support Ray Siegfried. We need him in the state legislature.
I've worked and continue to work as a physical scientist, but I've always believed that it's every citizen's obligation to be aware of and involved in electoral politics. And I am supporting Ray because he has a very important credential for the office he seeks, namely a long career in important administrative positions at Christiana Hospital. And if there is any situation that requires considered expertise, it's the working or non-working of our health system. And Ray is excellently prepared to deal with that issue. Further, there is something that Brian Short started, which is an inquiry into the proliferation of so-called massage parlors in our neighborhood, which are thinly veiled centers of prostitution where young women are held, often against their will, and they are constrained by their questionable visa status. Ray has promised to continue the effort that Brian started to fund the investigation and the prosecution of these organizations.
There are a myriad of other issues. There's gun control, there's the environment, and our discussions with Ray indicate that he is really, as far as we're concerned, on the right side. So we want to urge everybody who sees this or who hears about Ray to get out and vote for him. It's a critical, critical election.
There is another issue, and that is energy. I find it astounding that people, Ray in particular, can find the enthusiasm and the energy to go through the grunt work of day-to-day, door-to-door, person-to-person campaigning. And I think that's an entirely laudable undertaking.
We want to close by just urging everyone in this district to support Ray, regardless of what your political affiliation is. He is a good candidate, he is good on the issues, he's a nice person, you can talk to him, and he will be a very receptive state representative for everything this district needs and for the good causes that we all espouse.
Beyond being a nice person, he's an effective person, and we think he will be an effective legislator.